I ain't gonna, and I appreciate and respect her honesty. She said, I ain't even gonna lie. I said something. I said, hold on, what? You said what? And we've been cool for like a minute. She said, well, I didn't understand, or I did say something about her hair looking like. I said, hold on, I don't really know the specifics. I said, but come on, girl, what you mean you was talking about the girl's hair? She said, well, and she proceeded to say, she said, well, I did say something about, that she could have done something with her hair, whatever. And I said, girl, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even really know what the subject is. I said, but I'm gonna wait for these white people to get off the elevator and then I'm gonna whoop your ass. And my son started laughing. I said, I'm not joking with you. I said, you know why I'm saying that? I said, because we need to handle this shit in private. I said, I'm not gonna act a fool in front of these white folks. And the girl, the white girl, she kind of moved to the corner, but I was not joking. And she moved over to the corner. I said, when she gets off, we gonna talk about this. So, we joked a little bit, but when we got off the elevator, I said, me and you finna talk about this, because I don't really understand, what's going on. Well, the day progressed, and, it was what it was. It was probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She shoots me this email. She said, and she copies in the other black woman that's there, older black woman. She said, apparently we weren't the only ones talking about this. Now, I never got a chance to open it up or whatever, but they both came and they just bum rushed my desk, right? And they're like, did you open the email? And I'm like, no. Again, what happened? So the older woman, she said, well, I'm not even gonna lie. She said, I commented, but I commented to my daughter, and her daughter's my age. She said, and so she proceeded to explain to me what the whole hoopla was about, because at this point I still didn't know. I didn't care enough to go and look it up, to be honest. And she said that they were talking about, this is her telling me, she said they were talking about that she had a hairpiece on, but that she needed to perm her hair, and she had all this, overgrowth, and she needed to perm her hair before she put this piece on. And I was like, dog.
Yeah, it's really
right there, I said, for real? I said, this, I'm not even, because I love and respect y'all. For real? I said, first of all, as an athlete, and I said it out loud, I said, the last thing you give a fuck about is what your head looks like. When you're an athlete, and the other girl, she's like, well, I'm just, I know she was sweating. I said, no disrespect to y'all, but you goddamn right you sweating. And again, you don't give a fuck what your head looks like. You was out there. That is your job, is to be an athlete. So you go out there and you do this, and this. So, we exchanged shit or whatever. It ended with us all being on the same page, to where I told him, I said, but this is what I have beef with. Don't get me wrong. If you feel that, you had an issue with the way her hair looked or whatever, that's your business. I said, what I have an issue with is that the fact that it got put out there, got publicized, the media picked it up, and I said, and it made us look like that was my exact words. I said, it made us look like a goddamn fool. I said, if you want to, like you said, you talk to your daughter about it, and you leave that shit like that. I said, but when you put it out there, whatever, I said, you make us look ignorant, that this is what we're all about. I said, you keep that shit, exactly. I said, like I told you in the elevator this morning, I brought it back. When I told you in the elevator we talk about this shit in private. I said, you put that shit out there, and you know how superficial it makes us look, that we sitting there worried about. I said, this girl at 16 years old brought home the gold medal. And what's talked about?
It's a fucking
exactly. I said, well, that's what's talked about? And they both looked at me and they said, you're right. And I said, I'm not trying to be right. That's not what I'm saying. I said, I'm telling you what my problem is with it. That's how we made ourselves look.
Like a bunch of fucking monkey gorillas. You know what I'm saying?
Because she went out there and did what nobody's been able to do before.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the thing that she gets recognized for, that's just like the that. What is that? The nappy head hoe.
Ibis.
There you go.
Rutgers.
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah,
Rutgers.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they accomplished something that was so great, and they got picked. You know what I'm saying? The thing that they got the most press out of that whole situation.
You
the fact that Don Imus called them some nappy headed hoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you say, you minimize their accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we as a people need to start doing better about, like when we see our people doing something great like that, get behind them. Like, stop picking them apart.
Right.
That
goes into a perpetuated self-hate.
Exactly.
That goes into perpetuated self-hate. And for those who actually made those comments, I assure you, those are women that are superficial. Those are women that do not go to the gym and work out.
like-
Those are women who do not get in the pool and go swimming.
And like-
Those are women who spend their money on frivolous shit that has concerns that are irrelevant to the overall what the
ain't never
accomplishment
had
is.
shit. You ain't never been in shit. You ain't never been a part of shit.
You hate yourself. You hate your image. You hate how you look.
Okay, here's the other part that like, okay, because everybody touched on the fact. First of all, the girl's 16.
Yeah.
There's really some superficial shit to be worried about a 16-year-old. She is an athlete. She's an athlete in an athletic competition, and the first thing you worry about is her hair. Why is it that we're worried about the perm and the perming schedule of a 16-year-old? That's why half you motherfuckers ain't got no hair in your head now. Burning your goddamn
If you burn your hair up, by the time you're 40, 50 years old, you ain't gonna have no fucking hair.
Like,
No. By the time you're 21, by the time you're 21, your hairline look like LeBron James. And you trying to get this little girl to burn all the hair out her head.
There are
I
far
mean,
worse
I mean-
things she could not be adhering to.
Yeah, I mean, like, how many times you heard somebody talk about Layla Ali's hair?
Zero.
Man,
knock
I'm
your
trying
ass
to
out.
She will knock you
sleep
square in your
motherfucking
grill,
head.
piss
And
on
then-
you.
And then I'm taking her out.
Get in. And see,
Hey,
again,
Layla.
when I'm talking about self-perpetuated hate and all this good stuff right here, it's a conversational piece that I'm glad is brought up in tonight's show, which is really one of the inspirings of tonight's show. You are showing America how big of a joke you actually are and what your values are. And as well as, don't blame the media for picking this shit up, but what you said. You said it.
You
did?
said the shit to
and
begin
then
with.
understand that the mass media outlets, why they run with these things, is because it's media that is not controlled by us. You did? Now, what they didn't say and what they didn't talk about was the responses that came in defending this young girl and her hairstyle, and people basically talking about what we're saying right now. No, damn what they talking about. They didn't pick all that shit up.
Right.
They didn't pick the reverb back from the nation or our people who said that that's some bullshit what we're saying. They didn't pick that shit up. They just took and ran with the negative shit right there. And again, it's not our media outlet. And whose fault is that? Ours. Whose fault is that? Ours.
Well, and not only that, this whole, since we're doing the whole bring it back thing, whatever. Everyone is sitting there. I don't really give two fucks about whether or not this man agrees with gay marriage or not. You asked his
Right.
opinion. He
gave
gave
it
it.
to you.
That
got it. See, yo,
exactly.
Chick-fil-A.
That does not warrant hate.
No.
He didn't say I don't like gays.
That's
he
right.
didn't say anything that he said.
He says, I believe in the Bible traditional marriage.
Thank
I
you.
don't
That's
agree
it.
with that.
And a lot of people do. So are
Yeah.
you gonna? And you know, and I was actually, because I was talking to our son about this yesterday. He asked me what the whole thing. I said, you know what? That would be as stupid as me. I work for a Jewish law firm. I'm not gonna sit there and go, why don't you have a Christmas tree up every year? First of all, I could give a shit. But I'm not gonna say. I knew that going in. Those were their beliefs. You know what I'm saying? But they've never told us. You have to work on Christmas Day because I have this belief.
They respect your beliefs.
Exactly, they respect. If I asked him, you know, do you believe in this, he's entitled to say yes or no.
Absolutely.
He's supposed to.
Absolutely.
You
And
open
that's-
that question up.
Exactly,
Be
and that's
honest
what this
about
man
what
did.
you
You
are.
asked him a question.
Absolutely.
It would have been non-Christian of him to lie about it
Right.
and say that he did it. But
Right.
that doesn't have anything to do with the. It's not like he said I believe in the genocide of a people.
Right.
I believe
All
in
gay people need to, all gay people
exactly.
need to be killed. And he
Yeah, he didn't say none of that shit.
None
There was
of
no
that
hate behind it
has
at all.
anything to do. And if you sat there and you investigated every CEO or small business owner's belief about certain things, you wouldn't do a fucking thing ever.
Find out what the Waltons really think about you in private.
Amen.
How about that? How about that?
Find out what
They laughing
McDonald's
at
thinking
you.
about
They
your
they
ass.
they are laughing at your motherfucking
And
ass.
that's, and,
Absolutely.
and that's one side of it. Now, I completely agree. And then you got the other side of it. You got the Christian side of it. Where you got all of these quote unquote Christian people, they at the black church with their little Chick-fil-A, at choir rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? Got all these little Chick-fil-A bags.
I didn't hear the
It's
first
like,
part of that.
Dude, are you serious? Like what part of the game is that for real?
What does Chick-fil-A
What
have
does
to
that
do with
do?
your religious doctrine?
Nothing
Nothing.
other than they make a delicious chicken sandwich.
And it's very delicious.
Not a
very
damn thing.
delicious.
Now, personally, like I said this last night, I've eaten at Chick-fil-A 4 times in 26 years. And 3 times it wasn't by choice. This has absolutely no effect on how I feel about Chick-fil-A.
I have had Chick-fil-A more than 4 times in my years, and it still don't have no fucking effect on me. They make a wonderful chicken sandwich.
Yes, they do.
They have
Don't
delicious
care about
lemonade, and they make fantastic cheesecake.
And then you got people getting on, all these, Facebook, Twitter revolutionaries. Oh, I'll never go to Chick-fil-A.
That is so stupid.
Like,
That is so fucking stupid. Yo, you know what? And let me say something about this right now. Let me get this shit out. Gays have been a part of this community from day one.
Since forever.
All right?
Forever.
When I tell you that the founders of this country had gay intercourse, trust me, it has happened. They have been gay. Alexander Graham Bell, motherfucking me, Abraham Lincoln.
Graham Bell?
Kept 1 or 2 motherfucking niggas that he slept with. A lot of politicians.
Caesar.
Right now, Caesar, hell yeah. A lot of politicians, a lot of influential people are gay.
Homo.
All right, are gay. All right, let me say it one more time. A lot of influential people who wrote your Bible, people who make decisions about your life, people who make these laws right now, people who are part of the church community are gay.
Yep.
All right, and have been for years,
And
since
some
the
of my
beginning.
best friends are gay.
I know good people who are gay. All right, so let's just get this shit out in the open, lay it out there for everybody. That Bible book you're reading that you believe so much in is written by gay people. Gay has an influence in that, all right, as well as the lawmaking, decision making, everything you stand for is influenced by someone who is gay in the background.
Well,
they have always been a part of American history. They will always be a part of world history. As a matter of fact, when you get into deep societies and secret societies, when you want to go to that 33rd and a half level, well, they use a quote in your Bible, in your book context, that it goes by Yahshua, aka Jesus, that says along this: the way to heaven is only but through me. No one can get through the Father except but through me. Now, in the way that they actually act that out is that they actually have men on top of men performing gay acts to perform across the channel of the 33 and the third symbol. All right. So
I have read that.
now that's what it is. Now, hey, listen, don't hate me because I'm exposing what the fuck the truth is. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you exactly what the fuck goes on. This whole shit is hypocrisy, man. Y'all need to get your asses the fuck out of believing every fucking word in the book of the Bible that you live by and all that stuff right here, and understand that the reality of the world is just this. It is hypocritical. It is up to you to actually have self-sustaining measures of your value of life based upon what you believe in about yourself. Believe in you first before you look for anything else. And the way you get belief in yourself is by going out and doing things that you feel you need to do every day. And I'm going to get off that subject before I really keep going on and get me a little bit off topic. But go right ahead.
All I was going to say, with regard to that is that I don't care. I don't care what you do in your bedroom, you know what I'm saying?
I really don't.
Whether it be with male, female, I don't care. I don't care. It does not sit there. It doesn't it doesn't make you a better person or a worse person.
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's just your preference.
And I'm gonna add to this because there are some heterosexual people that do some shit that would make gay people cringe.
You do?
Why you steady? I'm just saying, why you steady passing judgment on them because that's what they choose. That's some shit that you do. Oh my God, you is wrong as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
So I don't care what. How dare you attempt to pass judgment on another person and then justify it with a motherfucking meat chicken sandwich? I don't get it.
We'll be having chicken sandwiches for communion and shots of lemonade.
And they even serve diet lemonade.
I'm sorry, I was typing some shit, but that was very well said, young lady. Very fucking well said. So, nobody now. So, with that being said, I'm glad we got the opportunity to get this motherfucking show rolling the way it needs to. So now it's time for a rant, rave, and review. I had the opportunity to get off my chest some shit that we want to talk about right there. Anybody else got anything open right now for the rant, rave, and review segment of this show?
So we got Gabby out the way.
Got Gabby out the way.
Talk about the Chick-fil-A. We should.
Yes.
I also say we should have bought stock sometime last week and sold it this morning. We should have bought stock in Chick-fil-A because
That would have been some
I only have one.
speculative, excellent investment.
Yeah, I only have one thing. I'm mad that I had to go buy bras today
Why are you mad?
because I am a cheap bitch. I have a good job, but I think it is stupid that I have to pay like $40 fucking for a bra that in a month or two is gonna do the same goddamn thing.
It just holds your titties. That's
I
all.
don't understand. I don't understand it. If I could find some other way to do it, I would. And that's just me going to Target. Fuck a Vicky's Secret and shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all that. I don't care. Cause they measure you and all that is just some bitch touching my titties. That's gay.
Well, we like that.
I'm sure you do. But I'm just saying, speaking of superficial bullshit, I don't appreciate having to spend money on that. Like I said, it's just going to go in the washer and dryer.
That's how it's going to do.
Because I don't do all that fuck that. I ain't got time to hang this shit up. You'll play with it if I hang it up on the shower curtain.
No, I prefer to play the real McCoys.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that's my rant. I
There
think
you
it's
go.
rude.
Water balloons in that mouth.
I just think it's very
Busted across
rude.
Grill for Real. Speaking
just
of Grill
saying.
for Real, that's Young Bees for Reason, man. Young people for real in the hills. What's up, big homie?
In the what?
In the hell.
Oh, right on. I thought you didn't say
You're a
the
little
full word of
ethnic
what
or
you were
something. I
trying to
didn't
say. Right on.
understand.
Chad, nigga in this bitch, man. Nigga ripping and running out.
Stress weed.
Damn,
Stress
motherfucker.
weed.
Nigga.
Stress weed.
The mixtape hosted by 5-star DJ Solo. You know
Available
what I'm saying?
everywhere. Online right now. Go get
Yeah,
it.
you did. You know what I'm saying? Well, right now I got it on that piff. You know what I'm talking about? That piff.
That piff.
I really want to piss on their back right now. Cause it's a whole. They made a nigga jump through a whole lot of loops just to put my shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Fucking red tape.
I'm also having some motherly, you know what I'm saying, issues with my file, but we gonna get all this shit straight, you know what I'm saying? Stretch Read, the mixtape is out there. Get it, you know what I'm saying? Download it, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. What's happening, bro?
Download it. Thrice.
Let's see.
What you got for a review, man?
Because I ain't been here in like 2 weeks.
Get it off your chest, Pimpin'. Get it off your chest.
I really ain't been here in like 2 weeks. I forgot. I was like,
He's a working man, son. He's a working man.
Like I got to the crib today. I was like, man, am I going?
Is this what my
Yeah. So I'm a let's see. What I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks ago we was out getting another money.
We was out getting to the
We
money.
was out getting to the money. And then, one time passing the condolences, you know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Salute.
So last Friday I wasn't here. I went to the benefit show.
Right on.
know
Shout
what
out
I'm
to everybody
saying?
performing at that
Yeah.
benefit show, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Vince Tucker, Immortal, Lucky
sir.
T for hosting that thing. Winning
Yes,
Ham,
sir.
Texas. You know what I'm talking about?
Everybody,
So
man.
that's where I was last Friday. Starting from last Friday, let's see. We had an Alexander photo shoot. Anthony Alexander, the photo shoot out there in downtown Dallas. Now, as I was leaving the building,
The building.
you know what I'm saying, Saturday night. Now, when you walk out the building, you got to walk into the parking garage because he lives downtown. It's in downtown Dallas.
Okay.
So you got to walk out of the building and you walk into the parking garage. Now you got to take from the parking garage. You got to hop in the elevator and go down a few levels to get to your car. So
Okay.
I walked to the elevator, press the button. Elevator doors open up. Minute and a half later, and you got a drunk couple in there having sex.
Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Now it's the party.
Yeah! That was a party, baby. Yes.
My only question is, did they stop when they saw you?
Yeah, they stopped.
Oh,
Why? Oh, that's bullshit. You the come next elevator.
Why you interrupt this shit, dog?
You the come next elevator.
Why you interrupt?
I'd have kept going.
I'd have came. I got my money.
I'd have kept going.
Why you interrupt? You know what? You should excuse yourself.
Yeah, shame on you.
I came. I got my money. I'm trying to get to my car and go home. I was like,
Did you get on the elevator?
No.
Shame on you.
Get on that elevator.
Shame on
'Cause
you.
I'm there-
She could have been right there.
I'm there with my,
Yeah, you fucked it off.
yeah, she looked like she was on the verge of busting her.
You fucked it off, man. You
On
fucked
the
up on
next
that.
break, we're gonna have a talk
Yeah,
about
me and
that.
my partners, we standing there, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my partners, he go over and look.
Of course it is.
Hey, it's public
Like,
place.
man, I love this place, man. I'm like, look, I look at him, I'm like, look, I don't give a fuck what y'all doing, why y'all doing it, why y'all fucking need to do it in there. I'm just trying to get to my car and go
like
home.
I said, you should have apologized to them.
I'm just trying to get to my car and go home.
You can grab the
So-
chair from outside or whatever.
Would
No
you
matter.
just sit your ass down? We ain't got time for this shit. Continue.
So
We're talking about sex. Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
So that was my Saturday night. Sunday night, we had the We Got Next comedy show. Shout out to comedian Q. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Casey Matt, who was out there.
I know Casey did the damn pool.
Yeah, buddy, man. He did this.
No, no,
he did this joint on
Casey
Bobby
Screws.
Brown.
I'm being fond of
Hilarious. Shout out to James Hanna, who was out there, and a comedian from Baltimore. I can't remember his name right now, but you know what I'm saying. He did his thing. Keith Manning. Shout out to Quality Events, Herschel Cooper. You know what I'm saying. HC3 Enterprises. Everybody out there. We Got Next. It was a great show. Got some more money.
Yeah, you gotta love the money, baby. Yeah, you gotta love the money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta love the money.
Of course, we've been doing the Angry One. You know what I'm saying. Of course, we got a lot of things popping with the Angry One. Trust me when I tell you, you ain't gonna be able to get away from us this year. Believe me.
Sounds stalkerish.
They gotta love that
I hope
shit.
you like my profile, ho.
Yeah, you gotta love that shit.
Wake up on TV. You see
Big Swab, what you got for us, man? Got a rent review with us this week?
Well, now that I think about it, yeah, I mean, you gotta get comfortable.
You ain't got but 2 minutes.
It's hot as fuck outdoors,
Yes, it is.
and for some reason, I feel as though it has heightened the stupidity of the general population.
It probably has, sir. Matter of fact, I agree with you.
Therefore, I feel as though we should put some ordinances into effect in order to decrease the amount of general population monkeys on the city streets during certain operating hours of the day. It is my belief as the mayor of Oak Cliff, Texas, that we should institute effective immediately a curfew that bans people with an SAT score lower than 1,000 inside of their homes until 9 p.m.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
I never took the SATs.
Then you are exempt. There will be a
Okay,
standardized
I-
test offered
Okay,
No,
to
them
you.
the motherfuckers,
Hold
them
up.
the motherfuckers that need to be
Hold
in
up.
the house.
Hold up.
Fuck
First time I took the SAT, I made a 700.
You sit your ass in the house
First
too.
time.
Second time I took that hard, I made a 1250 something.
Then why are you asking me anything right now?
He doesn't
You
know.
made a 12 something. You are not a part of this.
Well, see, that's-
you
that's-
can run the streets or whenever
That's
you
why
get
I'm
ready.
asking, sir, because I don't know what's considered good or bad.
You are on the list for people exempt from this ban.
How about
Ain't on my list exemption.
I
You better take
I
that
still don't know what the
How
highest
about-
score on that
How
test is.
about instead of the SAT, we do IQ test?
What's the highest score on that
I can
damn
do
test?
Let's.
Let's do IQ,
Can you
standardized
put the
IQ test.
round peg in the square hole?
I
Yes.
failed the IQ test.
No, you cannot.
I'm fucking with
You're
you.
in the house.
I was fucking with you.
Both of you are in the house.
Get your ass in the house.
Do not jam it in there. Kobe Bryant
Take
should
this
be-
shit.
Kobe
Damn
Bryant.
it,
jammed
your
it in there.
ass.
Mystical jammed it in there. How did it work for both of them?
See, I
Not too
talked to you
well.
about that earlier. See,
Not
All
too
I
well.
said was, hey, if that's what you negotiate, that's what you live up to.
it's not negotiation when
You shouldn't have stole from me.
we'll discuss it later.
She stole money from him and she negotiated getting tossed up on
That was
camera.
not a negotiation.
She agreed to it.
Like I said, if
I
that
see
was your
piss coming, I
sister, would you
moved. She saw
consider it
piss
an
coming, she
agreement?
stayed.
If that was your sister or your mama, would you consider it an agreement?
I want all the stupid people in the house when it's hot.
But I've stayed, you know what I'm saying, for the piss just to see if the motherfucker was actually trying to piss on me though.
What?
That,
We're gonna.
No.
you itching to shoot somebody.
You know what?
And
He
we
just
know
needs
this.
to stay inside all the time.
You, like me, are itching to shoot
No,
somebody.
that's a metaphor though. I ain't mean actually piss on a nigga.
I can't tell.
You know what I'm saying? But
Who saw a meteorite?
you know, nigga piss down your back. Cut it out. Anyway. Never mind. Right on.
All the stupid people are banned inside the house.
For this heated bias, man.
I don't want those
Hey,
stupid
listen
people
to the
on
show
my street.
right now.
I don't want no stupid people on my streets.
I've been banned.
I want my street
do.
clean.
I do.
I want a
understand.
smarter street corner.
I do. At some point in time, you need these stupid motherfuckers. That's what they here for. For what?
After 9. After 9, you can be as stupid as you want to. Be on the street all you want. But before 9 o'clock, I want your ass in the house, and I want you out my motherfucking way.
You ever went to the bank and some shit just didn't go your way?
All the time.
and you wanted to act a motherfucking fool. You just said, man, if I had somebody here with me that could act a fool for me, because if I do it, I'm going to tell that when you need one of them stupid motherfuckers.
See, we not classifying the individuals that will act the fool, because it's a bunch of smart motherfuckers in this room that, if given the proper opportunity, will act the motherfucking fool.
I am not one of those people.
I am speaking about...
I am not one of these people.
I'm speaking about those individuals who do not have the mental capabilities, the moral fiber,
the intellectual midgets.
The
You are
retards.
speaking of a
That's
retard.
what I'm talking about.
The intellectual midgets. You are speaking of retards.
Artards. I want them all in the house. You belong indoors during this heat advisory.
Habits of wisdom.
I'm over.
How about that?
Wisdomless hobbits.
All right, who else got ran away with people this week?
I got something that pissed me off.
Get it off your chest.
What? The water ran too
Get it
long?
off your chest. Queen of the ghetto.
That's a Black Widow, Queen of the Ghetto is in the house.
See, what had happened was, you know, we
Get
had
to it. So you know he did that, right? Because you finna talk about him. He did it on purpose.
No, she deserved to be talked about. Now, we had the lovely weekend, lovely services and everything. Everything was beautiful,
Beautiful.
wonderful. Monday, Phil come in the room. He said, you know, he got that body language. I'm like, shit, who finna get whooped? What we finna do? You know, he's like, say food, you check your Facebook food. I said, oh, you been on cool page? I'm like, for what? Go look at the page. I'm like, okay. So I'm scrolling. I ain't see nothing. I saw the pictures of the video shoot and everything that they did Sunday, everything. I'm like, say food, I don't see nothing. Let me see that. So he's scrolling through my phone. And he was like, it must have been taken down. And then he pulls out his phone and shows me a picture that some dumbass broad put up of my homie laying in his final resting position. Now, I mean, it brought so much anger, not only to me, not only to him. Everybody was emotionally like, who the fuck does that? And you wonder why the funeral was a closed casket. I mean, if you took that picture for your purposes, keep that shit to yourself.
Boom.
Like, seriously. That's not how everybody wants to remember him. I mean, there's plenty of pictures up there with him having a good time, full of life, full of, you know, doing what he loved to do. That's how you supposed to remember somebody. You don't sit there and put no shit like that on
the dumbest
Facebook.
shit I ever heard.
You dumbass bitch. And I'm not gonna say the name, cause I might, cause I know where she worked. I know where she worked.
I want to know who it is my damn self.
Somebody called lady some shit or another work at 3 Point.
Dumbass.
And you know, D Lyric, she went off. I went off. A few other people, a lot of people went off. Some people went off on me, you know, telling me privately or whatever, because they were too afraid to voice their opinion. I didn't give a fuck at that point. Nobody should be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get permission from the family. You didn't get. I mean, who the fuck does that?
See, even though she okayed it, you know what I'm saying? You know good and hell well she wasn't 100 with this shit. You know what I'm saying? She requested, okay, since y'all posting pictures like this, I need copies of my boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got pictures, I need my son pictures. You know what I'm saying? But that's you, man.
I mean, what kind of sick? Are you sick? Like, she's one of them retards, ain't she? What? Yeah.
See, now had the ordinance been.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it took me a couple days to get over that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so disrespectful. It hurt me. and it hurt me because it hurt him. I'm looking at him, you know what I'm saying? We feed our feet type shit. I'm ready. How you doing? Don't do that shit no more. You got a problem? You know where we at. Hit me up on Facebook if you want to. I don't give a fuck what you do. Email somebody. Do it.
Now I got shit I gotta get off my chest my damn self. So, in my rave review for this evening,
Time's up. I'm just playing.
Listen. There's an epidemic going on right now, and nobody is paying attention to this shit, or much less talking about it the way it needs to be talked about. But we're gonna talk about it a little bit later on in the show, and I really need to. I'm gonna shorten this up because I really want to get to the main topic. We are being systematically hunted and terminated in front of the world, and no one is saying shit. This is what I got a problem with. James R. husband, James Harper, Chavis Carter. Don't recognize any of those names? Recognize only a few of them? Well, for those who may not know who those names are, those are the names of black men this month that have been killed while handcuffed in police custody. We told you last week they came up with a cure for AIDS. And when I heard they had a cure for AIDS, the first thing I said it right to Latino. Oh, they got a cure for AIDS because something big and better is going to come out. This week, an Ebola epidemic is going on in Africa right now that is killing people within 72 hours. Just like y'all seen in the movies and shit. There is no cure for it. They have no antibodies for it. There is no prevention against it. And it's running rampant right now in Africa, and people are dying on the spot, and ain't nobody saying shit.
Where everybody buying up all that land and shit.
Oh yeah, don't kiss, don't touch. While you're over there, don't even touch nobody over there. You dig? This is a systematic execution of a people. A genocide that's going on right now. They put it direct in front of you. Oh, let me just make it a little bit more clear for y'all. Let me make it a little bit more clear for y'all. Y'all thought the 1960s was over and all this shit right here. You see what this sign says right here? Can y'all see that out there? It says public swimming, whites only. This is not an old sign. This is a sign that was taken last month in Ohio. The sign was put up because they said that black people's hair clogs the drains and cause drainage problems. This right here? This right, can y'all see that? It says church refuses to marry black couple in Mississippi. These people have been members of this church for years. And because a few parishioners said, no, we don't want to marry them, they've already been members of your church and decided not to marry them. Because they're black, period. That's the only reason.
See, I didn't realize that they've been members of that church.
Yeah. So, again, when I'm telling you that you have whites only signs that are up, you're getting killed when you're arrested by the police. Our children are getting killed when arrested by the police. They are no longer marrying black couples in a white church that they're members of. Ebola is a virus out there that we've known about for years, but nobody's coming up with a cure for it after they cure AIDS and shit. And it's right there in Africa. Partner, this is war. War has been declared on us. And ain't nobody saying shit.
No, because we too worried about what a 16-year-old girl's hair
looks like. That's what our primary concern is.
And what happened on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
Hey, what happened? Oh, we gonna talk about that. Oh yeah, we gonna talk about that.
I swear to you.
We gonna talk about that.
I know what it is. I ain't never watched that episode.
I've never seen it. I didn't even know what it was.
I don't know.
That
watched
is
that
what's
coon
flooding
shit.
my fuck. Are you fucking kidding me?
We in the same boat. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. I don't know what it's about.
I've never seen
Well,
it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The majority of black people that watch TV watch that show.
I'm
What
plugged
is it
in.
about? I don't even
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, no,
I'm plugged
Bunch
into
of
it.
niggas
I
doing
think you were
nigga
looking at
shit.
the article. That's why.
So let me cue out with that. That is my rant for this week. And trust me, it's not over. We're gonna take a quick ass break.
Yeah.
And we take this break, we're gonna come back and we're gonna get to the main topic. Are black people the inside joke of America? Yeah. We come back at you in 2 and 2, man. Roku Radio, man. Friday nights at 9:30. Y'all don't go no goddamn well.
Flipping through these city streets, blowing loud packs in a navigator. Lame rappers better move around, better take a back seat with some go-getters. Head high, we the ones they wanna see. Just back and take it back and you
Blood over money, money over bitches. Water in the wine, can I get a witness?
Yeah, Blaze 1, 2012, re-up ENT. We gonna do it like this.
Over money, money over bitches. Water in the wine,
Yeah.
can I get a witness?
Triple D Black Flag Gang Movement. The real Triple D, bro.
Blood over money, money over bitches.
Water in the wine. Look, my birthplace Galilee, salute me as your majesty. Black flags and re-up entertainment, that's the cavalry. Hard cold as Calgary, I made one steak sauce. Feel like Christ hanging from a cross to get my point across. Product from Reaganomics, early 80s babies. Peers I grew up with is pushing dope or pushing daisies. Try living what I write, no eraser on this pencil. I move in silence, feds couldn't trace me with a stencil. And they don't wanna spar with this, hard body Spartacus. Title belt, the stride of a champ is what I'm walking with. Triple D already, triple black box Chevy, triple beam balance, still tipping like I'm top heavy. Flyer than Wright brothers, a kitty hawk. Miss me with that empty talk, my aim on point like a kitchen folk. Royalist skillman, project buildings, my blueprints. Pay me like you owe me, never short me on my 2 cents. When I'm in a booth, it's never lesser than the truth, bitch. Snitches get stitches, snatch the head off of Judas. Front the eyes of a G, never question how I view this. Tell your favorite rapper he can't see me on these beats. And if he got a problem, tell him meet me in these streets. Blood over money, money over bitches. Re-up ENT, I go to war for mine. Re-up on them stacks and let them multiply.
So what you sippin' on?
Big red and Theraflu, that 12 gauge in the trunk, I kick like a caribou. You know how we do, scratch off cereals. Tell my son toss a black rose on my burial. If I ain't the truth, they lying in the booth. My shit raw like uncut keys of that whoop. The world is my stage and the stage is my pulpit. Inside peanut butter, outside Cool Whip. Inside a glove box, papers in a ski mask. Paydays, I catch them coming out of Ace check cash. I keep that Eagle 4-4, Pete Retzlaff. Laser beam, aim for they heart. Chest pass, it ain't my fault. Money keep calling me. As long as the economy's falling, it's armed robbery. And I don't give a fuck what you heard, these streets honor me. I roll with a bunch of untouchables, Sean Connery. Honestly, I count fives like dominoes. School of Hard Knocks, report called honor roll. Sherman, the perm head, the blowout afro. If you don't like me, fuck you, blow it out your asshole, asshole.
That 45 connect, nigga. D-Town, H-Town. You know how we get down. I'm at the terminal, stretched like a funeral. Waiting on my niggas I ain't seen since the cubicles. Eyes low, but my mind on Jupiter. The money straight ahead, I can see into the future. Dallas gold, that's the shit, feelings mutual. I got a bad bitch, after you fuck, I'm introducing ya. Pimpin', yeah, the bitch is down in Houston. She dropped it down slow, her stage name's Houston. I ain't the drug, I'm the active ingredient with side effects that kill, even murderers obedient. My hospitality, I'll show you how to ship it in. That 45 Connect, got us loading up and traveling.
Welcome to that H-Town, baby. Yeah, we in the hood. Flipping through the hood this evening in the old school player. TVs in that wood. TVs in that wood. We gon' ride down the highway. Smoking in the air. So I getting money. Jury from the journey. Hit the city and we right there. We right there.
I can make the top go crazy. Cocaine white, I make them haters mad, baby. I graduated, bitches won't see me in my SL today. Dallas golden the dunk, H-Town in the slab. Googling and navigating, sex with my touch screen. Boppers on my dick about to come like it's a fuck scene. I'm the cat who mixing Loricet with promethazine. I meant to scream box from Yellowstone, who having things. Let's shoot a movie, eat Bentleys and Beckley. Shoot scenes in Third Ward and Sunnyside. We exotic sweets from Mr. Slick and 420. She's so ecstatic with me, cause I got a lot of money. Infatuated with grown wheels, fancy cars and ice. Tell your family chill, I will shoot crap like dice. Bug lights on a dope boy, crack price. On parole, still I roll. Bank rolls and a coupe nice.
Welcome to that H-Town, baby. Yeah, we in the hood. Flipping through the hood this evening in the old school player. TVs in that wood. TVs in that wood. We gon' ride down the highway. Smoking in the air. So I getting money. Jury from the journey.
my dome, yeah, it's on. Affiliate myself with niggas on another level. I'm talking millions on the table, that's false paper. It's going down D-Town to the H-Town. It's official, done deal, stamp certified. I got a witness, you can ask that boy, that is gold. That's my Duke, understand, till the world blow. So icy, diamonds make your eyes flicker. If there's a hater in the building, blame it on the liquor. There I go, rolling slow in the parking lot. 24 inches tall, like a juggernaut. Gripping grain, it's a must that I switch lanes. Cushion the wind, floating like an airplane. Make no mistake, the angels for the C notes. I'm looking good, headed back to H-Time.
Welcome to that H-Time, baby. Yeah, we in the hood. Flipping through the hood this evening in the old school player. TV's in that wood. TV's in that wood. We gon' ride down the highway. Smoking in the air. Talking about getting money. Jury from the Johnny. City and we're right there. I got popped up sitting low. Got that blue 22. Talking about H-Time. Then I'm talking about screw. Talking about dancing candy. Talking about sipping on the gallon. 84s and Vogue with a thick yellow stallion. Big medallions and chain. Talking about swinging pain. Talking about kind of few racks sitting in the turning lane. Talking about gripping grain, flipping thing, whipping cane. Getting it, man. Talking about the South and the North. Homestead, the South Main. Talking about French's Timmy Chain. Boudreaux, Papa Doe. Talking about Slim Thug, ESG and Z-Row. Talking about the after hours and we sit in the parking lot. Talking about Dallas Gold, Angel Man, County Slop Spot. It's the city of Surf. Drinking drip on the curb. We ain't broke no more. Hitting hard in the curb. That's the G-Mix, man. Tap, tap, chop, chop. Oh, I Peter, all my legends know the shit don't stop. What up, baby? Yeah, we in the hood. Flipping through the hood. This ain't even the old school, baby.
Yeah, I know that was, man. Dallas Gold doing his motherfucking thing. Welcome to the H-Town, baby. You know what I'm talking about? And for that, man, we got a little news direct from Blaze One, turn the water into wine as well. And welcome to the NFL, man. Niggas for life. You know what I'm talking about? And this right here is Rock Radio, baby. The wildest station on your internet radio dial, pimpin'. And I'm your boy, the RAK00, the host, the most, the ghetto godfather, a.k.a. the Wild Child Internet Radio dial. I'm glad y'all hanging out with us tonight for a while. It's Fitness that gives you fuck down. Let me introduce the rest of the cast and crew. It's goddamn me as usual. That right there, Big Swab Burger, the man of Oak Cliff, Texas, hanging out with us, man. What's up with you, big homie?
The ordinance goes into effect Monday morning. Retards and stupid people, you are to remain inside of your house until 9 p.m. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
That right there is one and only man of Oak Cliff, and that right there is the queen of the ghetto. The Black Widow in the house with us, man. What's up with you, baby girl? And that right there. It is out. And that right there is the Urban Advocate Ramon, host of our Kinfolk site. UrbanAdvocate.com. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's go.
Making moves and making a difference in the process.
You dig? And of course, we got to love Miss Lala Latina, man. She's back on her way in here. Shout out to Young Beast Parisi. He had the licking dip out there. You know what I'm talking about. But it is time for our main motherfucking me ass topic for this evening. All black people, as a people, the inside joke of America, and the answer is an overwhelming yes. Why would you say something like that, Mr. Raccoon? Well, I'm going to say that because it's of this. As of right now today, we make up over 13.5% of the population. We generate a whopping $857 billion a year. All right? As a people, as black people alone. $857 billion we generate a year. How much? Oh, to put that in perspective, if we were a country alone, just in that 13% percentile, generating that much money, we'd be the 16th greatest economic country in the world. All right? That's how much money we're generating. Now, what the problem is that being that much of a force in the economic community of the world, we do not own a damn thing we create the market for. Other organizations are eating and eating well off of what we create the market for. What do we create the market for? With that damn near $1 trillion per year budget that we create? Hair products, music, i.e. hip hop. And this is why we're going to get into that in a minute. Urban fashion, entertainment, sports. These are all huge economic media devices that we create that others are receiving the benefits from. Well, what are we good at? Well, we're number one in incarcerations. We're the number one most locked up people on this planet. We're the number one high school dropout community.
Hey, that's changed.
African American.
It's gone, more.
We're still number one, baby.
But, okay, but, let's throw a little.
We are number one in single parent households. All right. So when you generate over $1 trillion a year and you don't control not one thing that we create the market for, this is what leads to the buffoonery. This is what leads to non-self-reliance. This is what leads to confusion in who you are as a people and what we place values in. We'll begin on this talk topics. I got some talk topics. We're going to talk with talk topic number one. When you do something well, you should deserve yourself and you should congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. But it seems as though the way that we celebrate our accomplishments comes in the form of a box. Something that's new. Something that comes from a store. And that is not how you celebrate an accomplishment. The way you celebrate an event, an accomplishment, I believe, goes along the lines of recognition. Great job. Goes along the lines of encouragement. Continue to do it. Goes along the lines of support in whatever avenue that you found success in. How can I help you? What events or what people can I put you around to encourage you to continue on this self-righteous gratification pattern? Doing something right and celebrating doesn't come in a box. What that comes in the form of and what you actually, I believe, is the reinforcement and the reenactment of spending money on frivolous things that don't mean anything. So when you spend a money to celebrate an accomplishment on an item or piece of clothing, a materialistic device, things of this nature, you are telling that individual that I will give you this for doing what you did, as opposed to the self-nurturing and encouragement of let me open up another door for your continued growth. But we have it wrong, we have it backwards. So that's my first talking point on it tonight. What y'all think about that? What y'all see with that?
I think that's absolutely right. Every time, do something right. Run out to the store, buy something shiny. What the hell? What you finna do with that?
I believe something almost happened.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Anyway. I completely agree. It's like we've been taught as a people to put so much emphasis on things. You know what I mean? Like we work to get a thing.
A thing.
You know what I mean? We work all this money. You know what I'm saying? Like we put in all of this work and all this time so we can get the car, so we can get the house, so we can get the jewelry, so we can get the material things, as opposed to ownership. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like working yourself into a position of power to where you can open up doors not only for continue to open up doors for yourself and make things happen for yourself, but open up doors for other people. You know
Exactly. And that's what should be reciprocated. That's how you give back, by celebrating an accomplishment. Go ahead, Swab. What you guys saying about it?
I completely agree with the both of you. What I'll just add to it is I'm one of those people that I like to reward myself for doing good because I do it all the time. What I would say and what I would urge individuals to do is understand and budget within your situation. If you're going to reward yourself, because sometimes you may be the only person who's going to give you credit for doing something the right way. So if you're going to reward yourself, just be mindful of what your situation is. Reward yourself within a budget. Live within your means. So if it's just like, hey, I'm gonna take myself out to eat, or I'm gonna buy myself something nice, just understand that there is a budget and there are constraints that need to be adhered to. Don't get unrealistic. You've been working at this job 6 months. They bumped your pay up a hot $5. That don't mean go get a Benz. What it means is you might.
Will you two control yourselves over there?
They have no. They're not. They're having a Thelma and Louise moment. Because you getting that extra $5 an hour, that don't mean go get a Benz. That mean maybe you can afford an extra luxury in the house. Like if you don't have internet, get you some internet. Or if you don't have, maybe you can bundle a package. You can get your home phone and your internet and your television. Maybe you can upgrade around the house. But that don't mean go get a Benz. That don't mean move out your apartment and get a 6-bedroom house on the other side of town. That don't mean do nothing stupid. That mean, you know what? If you're not in a car, that means you can buy a bus pass to go for the whole month. Or buy one for the year.
But see, here's the thing. It's not that it's not the rewarding yourself that's the problem. It's that when that becomes like the ultimate goal, it's to get the things. That's the problem. You know what I mean? It's that our people are working to get these things, as opposed to, you know what I mean, like those, to us, we just treating ourselves. You know what I mean? We work hard, these are the things that we want, so these are the things we go out and buy. But you got our people who are taught, like, and systematically taught to work for these things as if these things define who you are and define your level of success.
Now that becomes a problem.
And that's where the problem comes
You
from.
work to do better, but you still have to have the values instilled that lets you understand now while you're accumulating these air quotes assets, you're still supposed to be building a foundation with the people around you.
Why is it that we feel as though we have to accumulate assets? Not even accumulate things. Why is it that way? Boom.
Most people don't have value of self.
Yeah, it's like
Self is not a thing. Self is self.
But when you don't
been like a
value self, you look for
deprivation.
things to validate what you are.
But that's what I'm saying. It's been like a deprivation. It's like all these things, you're so-called not worthy of, you know what I'm saying? You want to start doing these things I am worthy of these things. So you end up living, beyond your means and doing all this stuff because you feel like you start placing your value on those things.
Trying to prove your self-worth to another motherfucker.
Exactly.
I know a couple of people that, got a raise. Ooh, girl, I went to Tiffany. Who the fuck is that?
I'm gonna tell you who. I'm gonna tell you who you proving your self-worth to. White people. That's exactly who you prove your self-worth to. See, now that's the hard reality of it. That's the hard reality of it. You are consistently trying to impress white people all day long, regardless of what the circumstance is. And I'll tell you how that happened. I'll tell you how it happened. Rappers, pay attention. All right? Pay attention. People are asking, how come people aren't at my shows? Why come people don't buy my music? How come I got all this, that, and the other stuff, so and so? It's not because a lot. Well, I'm playing music right now that's better than 90% of the shit that's on the air right now. I'm playing 90% of the shit that's better than what's being played in mass music right now. Well, I'm gonna tell you how this all came about because we need to stop asking to be accepted by those who will not accept us. Stop asking to be a part of them. Stop asking them to share their shit with you.
ain't nothing but a
Stop and create your own.
They don't like you.
They don't like you. We went over that. We reviewed that in my rant
They
and
don't care about
They
you.
don't give a shit about you.
They
And let me
think you'll
tell you
steal.
exactly how this shit happened. All right? They don't care about our issues. You don't hear about shit in mainstream news. You hear about Chick-fil-A bullshit as opposed to hearing about these 3 men I just told you
They say,
that
"Fuck
got
your
killed
plight."
in police custody. You know what I'm talking about? It's not our media, so therefore they don't give a shit. They're going to talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about. It never has been and never will be. You know what was our news media outlet? Rap. When rap first started, it started in sanctuaries and parks, regardless of where the fuck it was. But men came up with a way and a creative idea to express their frustration about what they felt was going on. It was creative, it was great, and they weren't looking to sell it to nobody. But what happened was that it caught the ear of other people. And the way it caught the ear of other people, because as our rap music, i.e., KRS-One, i.e. Public Enemy, i.e. NWA, talked about the disenfranchisement of us as a people 20 some odd years ago, and we circulated it amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of motherfucking music. NWA ain't got not one record spin on motherfucking publicized radio, but they was #1 in everybody in the hood and in the ghetto. Everybody knew exactly who the fuck they were. You know what I'm saying? And what the fuck they was talking about and how bad Compton was. And I said was is the key word. When I say what, because of that exposure about the element of black society at that day in time, changes were made.
That's because the white folks didn't want to go there no more.
Changes were made. All right. So now when these changes were made based upon the rap music that was done, what happened was, this is a mainstream media outlet. This is mainstream. We can take advantage of this shit. We can take full advantage of this shit. If they are circulating their music about things that are wrong in their community and are causing a change from it, then we can take advantage of it. What we'll do is that we'll use their music and use it against them. Okay, we got to make some change right now because everybody's talking about this shit. So we got to clean up Compton. All right, and you go 20 years ago from Compton 20 years ago to Compton what it is right now. It's two different elements. It is two different fucking elements because of what NWA put on the map about it. You know what I'm talking about? As well as what they did at that point, they realized how powerful this hip-hop shit was. It is no longer underground culture. It is a movement of a people. It is a seeing, it is a speaking voice, and we can take advantage of this. So what you guys do now is that you come on with your music, and we're going to pick, about 4 or 5 of y'all. We're going to make you famous, but what we're going to do is that we're going to mercantile you. We're going to mercantile you. What we're going to do is that we're going to degrade the head of the household, the essence of the household, which is women. We're going to degrade the women first. They're going to make sure that they're known as nothing but hoes and whores and bitches and shit. Pour some champagne on these bitches. Make them look like they ain't worth nothing. 2, we're gonna mercantile our products. We're going to make sure that everybody that we sponsor has on Tommy Hilfiger, has on Polo, is driving Lexuses and Benzes and popping Cristal champagne. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna market these products because these are guys that are now currently sponsoring us. So we'll market these products in these guys' videos. We'll definitely gold jewelry and gold platinum grills and shit. We're gonna market that. You dig? And they did that and they marketed that. Why? Because we lined up to sell ourselves out for that. They said we give you $100,000 as advance money, but hey, guess what? After that $100,000 spent in your pocket and you already spent it up, you're gonna pay us back with the royalties you make. So you got side hustle fucked. While you're mercantiling, you're saying you need to 25, you need 4,800 rims, 48. However high those goddamn rims go in the car, you need it. Why? Because that's what you see in the video.
You need 50 cars.
You need that mansion over there.
That shit fucks up.
That has $5,000 rooms or 5,000 rooms. You need that pool. You need that fur. You need that clothes. You need that jewelry. You need it because it's in the video. This is what successful people in Black America look like. This is what they look like, and they made us all chase the fucking dream. They made all of us chase the dream. Oh shit, man! Let me make this old crazy ass music, and hopefully one of these motherfuckers will pick us up and put us out there.
And I can live like that.
I can live just like that. Just like that. You can say disrespectful shit to your parents. You can disrespect yourself. Smoke weed all motherfucking day. Get high, get drunk. Let's talk about it. This is how you roll. Let's be a gangster and you celebrate that shit. You somebody say some shit about your family, some shit. Somebody wear the wrong colors, kill him. Kill him. Put the shit out there. And so now, not only are you being marketed to and brainwashed about products that mean nothing, and you're actually buying products for self delusion of self to make you seem like you're something that you're really not, because you have it now that you are somebody. This is where you think you have the elements of trying to buy something comes in, as well as you're killing yourselves off over bullshit. You're killing yourself off over bullshit. You did? So again, everything is lining up right now with those who took over our original CNN that actually caused change and sparked thought in people. It has now been diluted and dumbed down to where you need to buy things and you need to kill each other in order to be certified and accredited as being real in what you do. To understand what the American dream is to you, Mr. Black Man, your dream is to be a rapper, to have super duper cars, to have big ass houses, to have fur, gold, chains, big ass rims, all this shit meaning absolutely nothing while you're chasing your dream. Well, guess what? You are now looking at having a damn near $1 trillion budget that's circulated right back in to the mercantilism of things you do not own and will not benefit you at all. So now you want to wonder why nobody's coming to your show. Now you want to wonder why ain't nobody doing any deals no more. Yeah, because the mercantilism has stopped. They used you up. Now they can go through reggaeton. They can go through country music. They can go through when you have that hip hop element, and you now see people in different music genres.
Yeah, what they call that new shit?
Pop rap,
dubstep shit.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It got rap. It got hip hop elements to it, and there's no lyrics.
Yeah. Because you sold yourselves out. We've sold ourselves out.
It's like the music.
Well, rap. They don't need you no more.
They don't need you.
They don't want you no more. All right, and the real reason why behind that is because, hey, guess what? Those little white kids that was coming up in that house, that are 80% of the consumers of rap music, they started acting out in a bad way, and their parents didn't like that shit. Okay, I need to cut the shit off right now. All right, cut the shit off and go somewhere else to shit. Spread it out, dilute it, make sure it's no longer even ingested for my kid with the negative aspects of it. And that's why your hip hop music ain't selling no more. This is why your style and brand of rap is no longer popularly accepted. This is why ain't nobody coming to your shows. Because hip hop is dead. It is no longer mercantilism. So therefore it's dead. So only thing you're gonna see right now are the top 5 or 10 rappers that have been currently out there right now. And I tell you right now that rap music is not their chief source of income, regardless of how they put it out there. Let's just throw somebody out there in the mix. Let's say Bad Boy. Diddy. P. Diddy is one of the top 5 hip hop earners economically.
400 net worth.
400 million net worth.
450
million net worth.
He's number one.
All right. So let's talk about really what that money is. That money is not from selling music. All right. That money comes from Sean John clothing lines.
Sean John,
Ciroc.
The marketing shit.
That he does.
Cologne.
All right.
Management.
And now, for those who are really just, well, he's very diverse in this shit. No, idiot. Let me break this down for you.
No, you Nimrod.
You do not see a Bad Boy
colored
distribution company. You do not see a Bad Boy representative going over to China and buying fabric and clothes and things of this nature. You do not find bad boys that are developing the Ciroc. You know what I mean? All he is doing and all they allow him to do is put his face and put his brand on it. All right? And they give him a percentile. Now, they'll say Sean John made $200 million last year. Puffy didn't get no 200 million fucking dollars. Puffy got a percentage
of 200
of $200 million.
Most of that money was going to the manufacturers.
The manufacturers, the distributors, the creators of that actual product. But they're listed under Bad Boy because that is the brand that is selling and moving the product. They bought his brand. He has nothing to do with the actual mercantilism of that product. All right. So, but those want to come out right now. These, I didn't come out my own clothing line. I didn't do this. Hey, come on, man. Slow your shit down. Slow down and realize what the fuck is going on. All right.
You need to keep your ass in the house till 9 o'clock and read a book.
That's
Shut
it.
the fuck up.
And that's the unfortunate part about it. 98% of anybody who's in the hip hop game has this type of dream.
Yep.
This is what they believe that they're chasing.
How many rappers do you know who have a clothing line? Because they think that they can get that money like Puffy.
You name them. They got it. That's right. That's right. That's the hypocrisy of it.
I built this shit for your dumb ass.
They don't even dry their shit. Right.
That's right.
Yep. Yep.
I want to impress you, Mr. White Man. Let me show you what I can do.
Shout out to Lupe Fiasco. He said, "I work like a Mexican and spend like a white man."
Spend like a Jew, he be
That means he don't spend shit. He keep his motherfucking money.
He spend like a Jew, he be out of control. That's other people's money.
You don't, and that's the whole process. You don't supposed to spend your dumb ass money.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like. When I came out of high school, like I got a job like a month before I went into college, before I started my first college semester, and like I didn't have a car at the time. So basically, what I'd do is I'd split that money up. I give myself an allowance, and this is my spending money. The rest of that money went back for me to save up, and I stacked it up, and by November, from August to November, I had my car. You know what I'm saying? So it's about like, it's easy to get money, it's hard to keep it.
I seen the invoice, seen the receipt.
And let me say this.
Your son is a product of good parenting.
He get,
and I'm gonna say this because y'all need to know the household.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just elaborating a little bit on Latin's point, and it's not just this household. Fathers, you need to come home.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's your black ass home.
Fathers, you need to come home.
Get out them streets.
If you are even in the remote area of about being 30 years old, 35 and over, Jesus, and you're still chasing this rap dream, you are a fucking idiot. I ain't laughing.
Oh, I see your face. That's what's funny about it, your face.
But you see it every fucking day. You see it everywhere you go.
You
got 35, 40-year-old men sagging. Chains dripping down.
It ain't cute. Oh, God.
Trying to get a show. Trying to slide a nigga a CD. Nigga, go home.
And then they think that on those lines, you know, they see the videos or whatever and think that all the chicks they just gonna gravitate to that because they walking around got their pants sagging and the chains and stuff hanging around. I done had countless times. I would say, you know what I'm saying? What the hell with your broke ass?
Yeah, I'm not saying
I tell them right, you can't afford me. You don't see me with these Jabins, you don't get that bullshit out of here.
Fellas, go home. Understand in your frustration of not being successful in what you really want to do, the real men ante up. I got so much respect and I salute every day them 9 to 5 workers.
Yes, sir.
Those who get a job at Burger King, McDonald's, janitorial services, car services, you know what I'm saying? As well as those who are in corporate America. I salute you and I have so much respect for you. I can't even express that to you because I'm just so appreciative of how you suck it in, you swallow it up, and you go do what you have to fucking do to feed your fucking family. You dig? You put your dreams on hold or you stop pursuing a dream because you understand that there's something that's more important. It's called life. It's called real life, and it's passing you by. Real life is passing you by, and you are smart enough to know that time, your time with your family is the most important element of giving back and strengthening that household.
Yes, sir.
You talk to your kid,
church,
or kids plural, about what values are. You tell them about your disappointments and what it took.
Yep.
You understand the pitfalls you went through.
Yep.
You understand? You share that with your child. You did. You share. Do not emboss an image of superiority to your children of my word is gold and bond, as opposed to talking to your children, sharing the frustrations of your disappointments, as well as letting them know that there are different opportunities and different avenues that are currently out there for them. Raise the skirt up on what they're watching on television. Let them know some of this television is make-believe. I don't care what reality show they believe it is. Huh? Go ahead.
I said flip them light switches, man.
Flip it on, man. Flip it on. Flip it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And do not live vicariously through your children.
At all.
If you didn't make it, don't put a goddamn gold chain on your 3-year-old kid. Stuff their pockets full of money. Take a picture of them saying that they're going to be what I couldn't be.
Damn nurse knocked the shit out of Deja the other day talking about, mama, guess what? What? I got swag. What? You got what? Nah, I'm for real though, mama. I got swag. Boy, swag don't come until you start paying some of these motherfucking bills around here. Start putting this fucking food on the table.
You got body wash, boy?
Okay.
No, I took that differently. Well, then you tell me what swag is. Okay. I'd entertain it. All right, well, you tell me what swag is. Well, swag is having this and swag is having that. No, that's called having a job. That's called having a job. That's the reality of it. And things don't make you who you are.
Right. Right. Do you not realize you working? Yeah, you still working for a bigger man.
You just working for a different man.
Yeah. They still have to compensate.
You're a slave.
Right. Right. Uh-huh. Yep. Right.
Belongs to me.
Exactly.
And and I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good point taken on. Those out there that are saying, I wake up about cash, man. I'm about my money, man. I'm wake up, I'm gonna get my pockets filled today with cash. Those are let me go ahead and just give you some information with that. Cash is a useless substance.
Yep.
All right. Anybody who walks around with cash in their pocket, you are actually stating that you are in debt.
Yep.
All right. What cash is just a means of paper that has someone's picture on it as legal tender. Legal tender, read your goddamn piece of paper that's in your pocket right now. It's a debt.
Shit ain't even worth the money. It ain't
Printed
even worth the paper that it's printed on.
It is a debt. All right. So those who are working for cash, you are working to stay in debt.
You working for nothing.
All right. You are working for something that is completely worthless. Change the cash concept to the concept of capital. All right. Change that. What capital is mainly you're looking to pursue and achieve essence that actually accumulates wealth, as opposed to depreciating and being nothing in your pocket. You work for such things as a house. You work for, one of the most embarrassing statements that was told to me while I was at my job today was that I have 6 cars. That's what I do. I love buying cars. Where do you stay? Oh, at my apartment's down there down the street. Okay. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
I mean, are you gonna build them cars up and sell them?
No, I'm a collector. No, you're an idiot.
You're a goddamn moron.
You're a fucking idiot.
Keep your ass in the house till 9 p.m.
Till 9. Don't put
Invest.
your ass outside.
Invest in stocks. Invest in bonds for your children.
Things that appreciate.
These are the things that white society does.
Guns and butter, baby.
All right. White society takes out when babies are born, children are added to their household. They take out bonds. They take out stock options. And then let that maturate throughout the time in which this kid grows to the age of 18, 20 years old. So by the time they're ready to step outside that household, it's not looking for a handout. It's not asking for this, that, and the other. They now have a trust fund that has matured to where they can actually have $100,000 at their whim. A car is done, a great down payment on a house is done, and they have extra money in their pockets for those rainy days while they're currently working on the job they have to accumulate more wealth. Wow.
I don't think
that's how it works. Wow. That's how it works. That's how this society works. It's called capitalism. It's called gaining capital. It's called investing in those coming behind you, not buying shit right now for you. All right? All day. And let me say, yeah. And let me say that. Let me say that to say this, because again, it's a great point you're bringing up, Latino. Imagine, fellas, the money that you spent on rims 10 years ago, the clothes, the shoes, the partying, the clubbing, the Cristal bottles. Just take all that money that you spent right now that's absolutely worth nothing. If you were taking that monies, as opposed to going out and buying those things, had invested it in a bond, had invested it in a trust, had invested it somewhere that accumulates 10 years now.
Better.
Nice.
Better yet, you don't even have to go back that far on how much money they spent on rims and all the jewelry and stuff back then. If you take the amount of money these niggas be spending at the strip club today,
you stupid motherfucker. And I love it because I be DJing for these raggedy bitches. And I'm gonna tell you right now exactly what they do with your money. They give it to me. And then they go, they give it to me, and then what they don't give to me, they go smoke it, and then they go to the bar and they drink it, and then they put more weave in their head.
That is absolutely the cause of what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you got niggas that's going to the strip club, dropping thousands of dollars a night
You
at the strip club.
son of a bitch, you dumb bastard. Stay in the house till 9.
Imagine that being invested. Imagine just a portion of what you spent then. And the reason why I say 10 years, I'm with you on what you're saying right now. But the reason why I'm saying 10 years, right now, let's say you took $5,000 worth of shit you spent in a year on shit that was frivolous and irrelevant. At $5,000 accumulating 3.5% interest on a year by year, partner, you're looking at 15 stacks that's yours right now. Now that you're wiser, now that you're smarter with your money. And now you got 15,000 that you got access to. Hello, down payment on house. Hello, investment in other things and options that are currently out there that can continue to make revenue for you. Hello, extra cash you need right now. But see, we don't think like that. You think about right here, right now. Nigga, I'm living the wild ass lifestyle. Nigga, I ain't gonna live to be 40. I ain't gonna live to be 38. Well, guess what? You're 40 and 38. What you got for yourself? Shit. All right. Now, I'm being kind of hard on the
Red
fellas.
monkey jeans.
I'm being kind of hard on the fellas. Ladies, is your turn. All right. Women, I'm gonna need y'all to come home. I told y'all earlier in my opening monologue that the family values that were degraded by the media, portraying you as being a club hooker or being a stripper or being something that's worthless than what you actually are.
You accepted it.
Right?
You accepted it.
Man.
You accepted it.
And you work and you do it every day on fucking book.
Okay.
You accepted it.
All right. One, you gotta remember that those pictures are gonna come back to haunt you.
No shit.
All right. Your kid is gonna be of age very soon. All right. Women out there that are out there, you're gonna have to answer to your children one day. All right.
And it's like, when.
Wait a minute. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
When I say you need to come home, this household is being systematically destroyed because, ladies, you are the heart of the house. Your values are what dictates the house's environment. All right? Your beliefs are what the beliefs of the house will be. All right? Right now, you are being systematically broken up to make sure that there's not a man in your life and that kids are raised independently. Why? Because you are getting free college tuition. You go to college and you pursue college and you get it for free. You're on welfare, Section 8, government assistance. You get free business grants coming by the truckloads. They ask you, ladies, please come get this money. But see, here's the thing. In the stipulates of these contracts, in the stipulates of welfare, in the stipulates of Section 8, in the stipulates of these benefits that the government is giving you, it requires you to be a single parent. It requires you not to have a man with supplemental income. And they check on that. And you run with it, and you keep it, and you hold on to it because you value that money more than you value raising a sustainable household that has values that are not subsidized by the dollar. You should be teaching. You should be the big mamas and the mamas of our household right now. You know what I'm saying? The 60s and the 70s were a beautiful time. Because when the dogs was fucking up, Big Mama was right there. Daughter, get your shit together. Babies, come here. Let me tell you about this shit. Nigga, 60% of the women right now do not know how to cook.
Where they do that at?
They do not know how to cook. They read a fucking book or they goddamn me get these quick ass meals without having the value passed on about traditional household meals.
You have no
with
value.
The number one ingredient being
church home.
Love. The number one ingredient in damn good home cooking is called love.
Love.
It's called love because you realize that you are sustaining a family's nourishment to go out and be successful every fucking day.
Thank you.
Too much track
every day.
Goddamn head.
You take care of a household. You take care of a household to make sure they have clean clothes. They have eaten well. They can go out and be productive because they know if they come home after a hard day, they can sit and talk to someone about it without being chastised, but have support they need to continue the next day. But they are not there. Ladies, you are not there. Why? Because you're the one that's going to school. You're the one that's going to college. You're the one that's setting a high standard that is being purposefully not given to the equal of your race. This is done on purpose. You say you want a man with a good job. You say you want a man that has good credit. You say you want a man that drives a nice car. You say you want a man that has all his values all lined up. Well, guess what, ladies? That motherfucker doesn't exist. And for those that may exist, they hold you accountable for what you did them or what you put them through in the past. When you chastise them, you talk down about them. You didn't give them an equal shot to even holler at you because they didn't meet your standards back then. So the few that make it through, that may have those standards, guess what? They ain't looking for you. They don't want you. They ain't looking for you. You did? Because of the chastisement you put them through when they was young coming up. If they decided to continue on and be something about themselves.
Bitch, you ruined.
So for the rest of y'all that are dealing with the rest of the men that decided not to go that route, because themselves is pursuing a goddamn rap career that is really irrelevant and they're currently 30, 35 years old still pursuing that shit. These are the motherfuckers you left over with and these are the motherfuckers you talking about. Because they didn't have a sustainable value that was put in their household.
No degree, no plan B.
No degree, no plan B. And these are the niggas that you talking about.
You know, we was talking earlier this week on Tuesday night. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. No, ladies first. Ladies first.
See,
ladies
we're gonna
first.
have
ladies first.
Hey, you are tuned in to RockWhoNation.com.
But no, see, what I was gonna say was, you know, when he was talking about the ladies, you know, need to be here, you know, when we were deep off into doing shows and all this other kind of stuff or whatever, you know, I had to put the brakes on because it's like, okay, this ain't generating no money. And I got, like, you know, some people to feed. They looking at me like I'm hungry, you know. So it's like I had to slack off. And then it's like, you know, people start noticing that, like, hey, where you been? You don't do this no more. You don't do that. Shit. My kids mean more to me than anything. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get who does that? Like, I mean, why would you rather spend all your time out, like out literally?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got all these kids at home. Where your kids? Oh, they ain't home by themselves.
Right.
They 12. They know what to do.
Right.
They got stuff in the freezer if they want to eat. Like, bitch, like, do you even know your kids?
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Right. Like, we was talking earlier this week about this chick that I went to middle school with. And, like, she worked with a partner of our D Hall.
Dope.
Shout out to Mr. Nice Guy. And, like, she was talking about, because she got, like, 2 kids right now. And, like, her baby's father was, you know, he was a D-boy. He was a drug dealer. But she done moved on from them kind of guys. Like, I've known this chick from way back in the day. She ain't never been about nothing. Ever. She was chasing them kind of niggas back in the day. She was chasing them troublemakers and all of that shit. Okay, so now she left with 2 kids and no marriage, no relationship, no nothing to show for it. And when she started telling our partner why they broke up, she was like, well, you know, I just got tired of all of the drugs, you know what I'm saying, him selling drugs. He don't want to get no job. He don't want to get no job. You know, the money wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like coming in like that. It wasn't consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like he just wasn't a good drug dealer. I was like, okay, so I'm like, hold up, time out. So you hold on. You did not break up with him because he was a drug dealer. You broke up with him because he wasn't a good drug dealer.
Right.
Yeah.
That don't make no fucking sense.
It goes directly into what we're talking about. It goes directly into what the fuck we talking about, the values of women and what they're looking for in the men and all stuff right here. If that was a good drug dealer, she'd be living like a mafia story on shit right here. Well, guess what? He'll get busted, he'll get arrested, and you'll lose the money trying to make it self-defense and all this shit right here. And you're back on welfare, and you're back in the streets looking for motherfuckers that'll re-subsidize what that man got took to jail for.
One of his partners, and you'll take the shit you stash out of his account and go stay with your mama.
Exactly. I need a sponsor type
Bitch, you
bitch.
need an education.
Now let me break this down too right now. In regards to
up.
women and the kids. Go ahead.
Hold up, I got something to say about the cooking shit.
Man, talk
Man,
that
put
shit.
that car in
Man,
reverse.
talk that shit.
Because a lot of women don't understand why I don't fuck with women that don't cook. Because to me, like, one of the things that I always say I put a whole lot of value on is a home cooked meal in the back rub. Do you know why? Because that shows me that you actually care about my well-being. Like, I don't give a fuck about all of this other shit. Like, I care how you look, but all of that, like, superficial shit, I don't care about it. I want a chick that actually cares about me and my well-being. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you cook, you care about whether or not I eat. You care whether or not I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? That back rub showed me that you care about, you know what I'm saying, how stressed I am. You know what I'm saying? Like relieving that stress from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that shows me.
I need you to get up and go get it again, baby.
That's what that shows me. So the fact is, so if a woman cannot cook, that bothers me.
I just didn't know that there were so many. Like, this really opened my eyes. Like,
It's
some
huge,
of
man.
these, some of
It's
these
fucking
chicks,
huge.
like,
Oh my
they're like,
goodness.
you know,
Living in hot
do you cook? I'm like, I got 4 kids. I need to know how to cook. Where they do
Exactly.
that at?
Like, you
know?
got women that
And-
have kids and don't know how to cook.
Shit.
Feeding them hot pockets and shit. Get in the house 4-9.
Exactly.
How many times have we gotten a phone call every year? Every year it circulates. You know, everybody rotates cooking this, that, that. We don't get directions with
Right.
that shit. It's like, you know, hey Courtney, it's like, hey, you know what you gonna cook? Well, we need a brisket. Okay,
Right.
I got you on that. You know, nobody
And
told
see,
me what the fuck to do with that.
And see,
But I bet you that's good than a motherfucker.
No, we not, and I'm not saying you have to cook every day because I can cook.
I love
can
my
cook.
Sundays. I ain't gonna lie to
You
you.
understand what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm sitting here like I'm trying to tell these chicks you have to cook every day, but you at least need to know how. I feel like there's absolutely no excuse for you not knowing how to cook if I do.
Right, exactly. And it can go back and forth. But let me say this. And I'm glad you brought that point up because again it goes back into the nurturing. Now I'm gonna get back on Black Widow's point about the kids and everything. When you talk about the kids and the nurture, I got to because of my kids. I got to because of my kids. What needs to happen, ladies, is you need to share some of that same attitude with your men. With your men. The exact same concern and the well-being that you have for your children, that needs to be shared with your man. A lot of men feel dejected at the house. They feel absolutely dejected because one, if you have a relationship to where kids are currently involved, men will feel neglected because again they already know that the women's gonna kids are priority number one. Well, damn, baby, hold up. I had a bad. Well, you deal with that shit. You take care of that shit with so and so. You know what I'm saying? Men are not as strong as we actually dictate ourselves to be out there. Physically, we look good and all the good stuff right there. We may be physically strong and all the stuff right here, but we are just as vital or vulnerable as those kids you were talking about. We are just as influential. Do you understand the things that a man does every day is for a woman? 98% of everything a man does is for a woman. All right? Whether this is why he's spending the things on the rims. This is why he's spending the things in the strip club. This is why he's spending the things on frivolous shit because he wants to impress a woman.
Like Dave Chappelle said, "Gotcha, bitch."
You did? Now
I buy this nice watch. Gotcha, bitch.
A man wouldn't buy a house if he could fuck a bitch in a cardboard box.
Exactly.
He don't buy nice cars because he like nice cars. He buy nice cars because women like nice cars.
Thank you. And so here's the thing about it again. If a man is doing everything he's doing, 98% of what he's doing is for a woman, and if he actually happens to catch a woman, and he does this shit for you, but if he goes back to the house, and your attention is just focused 112% on the kids and shit, you deal with your own shit. Well, I'm doing this for you. It seems though he's not being appreciated, so therefore he's neglected. This is why y'all saying men are hoes and all this shit right here. Well, shit, you ain't giving the man the nurturing that he's looking for at the house. When he's doing half the shit he's doing, 90% he's doing is doing for you.
This is where Shaniqua.
So this is why his ass comes in the picture with it. Well, let me try this other bitch. Well, let me try this other bitch. Let me try this other bitch. And this is why you getting all caught up in that nigga's a hoe. He ain't such a hoe. Well, bitch, when he's there, his ass ain't getting the attention that he needs because again, underneath all the strength, he is about as vulnerable as them kids you are talking about. You strengthen the man, you will strengthen the house, which will strengthen the relationship that man has with your kids because he's no longer subliminally jealous of those kids.
Or you recording this shit for YouTube.
And it ain't even necessarily that he has that he's just as vulnerable as the kids. He's just as vulnerable as you as a woman are. Ooh. If you need attention, guess what? He does too. Men and women, I keep telling people, men and women are fundamentally the same. At the foundation of both man and a woman, it's the exact same shit. They both need attention.
Yeah. They like he.
Right.
Exactly. No, go ahead. Thank you. Woo. Thank you.
Woo. Damn. Damn.
Manners, puto.
Oh,
because I've heard several times.
How hard is it to treat people the way you want to be treated?
Right. About like feel or whatever, or even drink or whatever.
Yeah.
Feel like, oh, your brother opens door. What
Yeah.
the fuck? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And like when me and Drake be out or whatever, get out of the car, whatever. He might not open the door for me. We walk around. He stand there and wait for me to get out of the car. Walk around. We go on up or whatever. He'll hold the door open.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm a fool. I'm like,
but,
thank you.
And it ain't and if like me personally, I don't have no kids. You know what I mean? But
you want one of mine?
No, that's all right. But you know what I'm saying? Like the kids who are around me on a regular basis, like I try to instill certain things with them. Like my partner Donna, you know what I'm saying, over there at the anger room. She got 2 kids. And especially for the last week, they've been spending a lot of time around me. I know every time I'm around those kids and they constantly calling my name, you know what I'm saying? I say, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Thank you. They do something for me. I say, thank you, sir. You know what I mean? And this past week, that little boy started picking that up and said, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. All of that stuff.
And see, and those are just some of the minor influences that we may, as men, think are very minor. These kids are absorbing. They want to see what that male power figure they see in their life, what they do, how they act. I want to emulate that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There are 3 words, men, I want y'all to pick up on and use this week. One is please.
Yes.
May I?
Yes.
And thank you.
Yes.
Use them. Use them. You know what I'm saying? After the services for Coon last week, me and this young lady, we got to get something. We went down to the local Wendy's and shit, and it was nothing out of the ordinary for me because I am thankful for the motherfucker. They're serving my food, man. Shit. You like the food at the drive-thru, nigga, they doing what the fuck they want to do to your food. You know what I'm saying? Much less They are people that are actually serving me. They're serving me. Yeah, I'm paying for it, but they are serving me. So first and foremost, I'm thanking you. It's always at every drive-through is may I, please, and thank you. Every drive-through I go through. You know what I'm saying? And these young ladies have to mention when we pull up a drive-through, sir, I really appreciate the mannerism. You know, it wasn't nothing to me, but well, you're welcome. But I'm thanking you for serving me the food. These are just genuine courtesies. When I'm at the store, you know what happens when I go to this Walmart down the street or whatever. I'm talking to the cashier, and she says, "How you doing?" I'm doing very well. How are you doing today?
What? That's the one that stuns them when you ask them how they're doing.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about
I'm
yourself?
doing fine. How about you? Yeah. Well, that'll be such and so and so. Okay, well, all right, here you go. Thank you. And please, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, absolutely. I'm waiting for the answer. That's why I asked the question. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, but it throws them. And you know what happens next time I go? As a matter of fact, I went. This is a perfect example. I went to get me some Chinese food earlier this week. Well, it's a job. It's just some quick pickup. So, no, that's shit. Shit. So, I go, and it's one of the best ones that I prefer in Irving. You know what I'm saying? So I go pick up this stuff, and the lady that was there, she's normally that. She's normally that. But it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I've been to the store because of my diets and all this shit right here. But I decided to treat myself. So we go get this Chinese food, and I go to the counter. And the culture is very Asian, you know what I mean? But I brought directly to her attention. I was like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm ready to go." And she's like, "Okay." She just started doing her regular shit. I was like, "Hey, listen, you cut your hair? You cut your hair? Man, you should have seen the smile that came across her face."
Exactly.
Oh, it was like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Exactly.
It was like a whole different person I was talking to for a minute. You know what I mean? She's like, "Yes, I cut it. You like?"
Yeah.
It's very cute on you. It looks very cute on you.
There you go.
I got.
And you wonder why we get chose in public all the time.
Hey, she gave me an extra fortune cookie.
See there? See there?
I got me an extra fortune cookie.
Winner.
But these are just common courtesies. You know what I'm saying? Not one is me as an individual to you because I respect you, one, first and foremost, for the job you have and what you're doing. But two, I also roll around that RKN truck all day. You dig? So when they see that RKN truck, regardless of whatever impression they may have of our business or what we do, they know the person driving that truck has manners, and that leaves a lasting impression on people. That's the shit they talk about. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the kind of immunization I want for our business as well as for myself. Woo!
Don't you walk out this house looking slouchy.
Taking a break, spinning some of that cake. Know what I'm talking about? Fuck you nigga talking about, nigga. You got Don Key in that bitch, nigga. My nigga Young Red, nigga.
Don't do it like your daddy. Don't be like your daddy.
Do as I say, not as I do.
No, because if they do it like they old man, most people won't be able to decode that shit for another 3 weeks.
There you go.
Boost nipples.
Moose nipples. Yeah. Yeah.
This shit is deep. You niggas fun and game, but this is how we eat. 200 deep.
Bullshit. Y'all see that line behind me when I go to the grocery? Somebody broke my switch.
No shoes, number cruisers in them. I can fit 200,000 in my U and denim. Drink up in my cup, I think the hue is switching. I'm in the newest bitches. I'm about to taste the
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And see,
That's why they had told that man. He said, "My mama crazy. I ain't getting no whooping in here today." Yes.
right. Yeah. They see that. Right. Absolutely.
And then
And
not
I mean-
only where talk about men, help with the kids and all that stuff, mamas too. Because I did not. I swear for God, I did not hear a lot as a girl, aside from you and Rona or whatever. Girl, you girl, oh look at you, girl, you so pretty. Girl. Yes, I was pretty. But yeah, I forgot it now.
That means she didn't remember.
That is what she said. She said, "Do not be superficial," and I remember that. But it's like, as a mama, it's like, why not tell, your daughter or your son? Because, my son, ooh, look at you, and they got our mama, But especially for girls, because still till this day, I be like, ooh. And Drake be like, what the fuck are you doing? If I didn't say it, it ain't so. Don't worry about it. But it's like, I wish I had heard that more. And it's like, who does that?
And not just because I hear people, saying like parents telling their kids that they pretty or that they handsome or whatever. But not just the outside stuff, but the like intelligence. Like tell them how smart they are. You know what I'm saying? Like help build up that side of the things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just about, because you can go tell your little daughter she pretty all day. You know what I'm saying? And exactly. So if you don't put no emphasis on what's going on up here, she gonna think it's all about how she look.
Exactly.
Here's how you do that. You have conversations with kids like they're adults, and not
right.
Bam.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
And not the way you talk to people in traffic when they cut you off, but have a real conversation. Have a real conversation with a child. I have a 5-year-old niece.
Exactly.
And her and I have conversations like I have conversations with everyone in this room.
Exactly.
Never.
Ever.
They know more than some of you grown-ups.
Exactly. And guess what? They remember everything.
And they remember who lies to them.
They remember everything.
They really do.
They remember.
You had said on Wednesday that we was going to go to the park.
Because I remember everybody that lied to me when I was a kid.
On the calendar, because you taught me how to look at the calendar.
Exactly.
And it's Wednesday right now, so can we go? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Great show, man. Great show. It's time to start bringing it back down.
Where we going?
I guess to sum it all up, what we trying to say, like, I'm all for my people, you know what I'm saying, trying to help better my people. But our people have to want better for themselves. At the end of the day, our people have to want better for themselves and do better for themselves, because like with the whole Gabby thing, you know what I'm saying, like that shit should have never took place. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that's been going on with the young man that got shot in the head, you know what I'm saying, while he was handcuffed. That should have never happened. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, we are the inside joke of America. Us as black people are the inside joke of America, and it's rightfully so, because we don't take ourselves seriously.
Ain't nothing but performing monkeys.
Church.
Shouldn't happen to us, because this shouldn't happen to anybody.
Like, people, like, yeah, because black people always love to talk about what the white man did. You know what I'm saying? How the white man is holding us back. It's the white man's fault that we started off in the wrongs. You know what I'm saying? It's the white man's fault that we started off behind in this country. It's our fault that we are still behind. You can't blame that on the white man. Exactly.
Church. Hey, close now, Big Swire. I know mine done did it, man. You done burnt the wires up on that one, baby. How you closing out, big homie?
Me, I turned in my colored card, so I'm officially a Pacific Islander, I'm a Tongan to be specific. I'm getting a half sleeve done soon, and I will be eating everything off of the grill. I will grow my hair back out, and I will start wrestling, and I will never speak to you coloreds again. So I bid you colored people adieu. The family will still be intact, but you colored people, I have nothing to do with you. Thank you and good night. The ordinance goes into effect Monday. Get your ass in the house and stay there till nightfall.
Damn.
You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
Black Widow, how you closing out, girl?
Bye.
Miss Latina, how you closing out, baby girl?
No. No. That's prejudice. They're more entertaining than grown-ups. Wait. Wouldn't you keep me outside if I didn't wear drawers? No. I didn't say I was going to dress any different. I said I was going to get a half sleeve done. Tribal sleeve and eat everything off of the grill.
Well, I'm going out like this. I ain't got it all off my chest. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I still got a whole lot on my chest. You dig? So really what I really want to maybe overstress is that I may bring this shit back up again next week for a part 2. Because there's some shit and some basic elements. Although man, the show's been fantastic. I didn't even realize how late it was. That's how great the show was flowing. But what I do want to say before I close out on this piece of episode, those manners, the respect is a great starting point. But what we really need to do is control that $1 trillion that we generate on a yearly basis. When I say control it, in the entertainment aspect of it, in the sports aspect of it, in the music aspect of it, I don't want to hear the shit from anyone else wondering why they ain't on because they hip hop music ain't selling. I don't want to hear shit about it because we don't control it. I don't want to hear shit about the hair care products and all the stuff right here. If we take all this money and take a fraction of that, 10% of that, 1% of $850 billion is $850 million. You take that 1% of that and you invest it in our own banking system. All right? This is where we start and begin controlling our own endeavors. This is where you get a corner store to where you have ourselves behind the counter asking about how you doing in school today, boy. What kind of grades you get today? They good? Man, get you an extra Snicker bar over there. Don't tell your mama I said that. As well as, how's your mama doing today? I heard she was a little sick and under the weather. You know? Well, I tell you what, grab an extra pack of noodles, put it in that bag right there. You tell her Johnny said what's up. All right, we're thinking about her today. You did? This is the type of community organization that we need to build up from those dollars that we have invested in our banks. These are the type of stores that we need in our neighborhood. These are the type of religious background institutions. If you guys want to build churches, so be it. But understand the church got to give back directly to the community. I don't want to see I don't want to see a reverend driving around in a goddamn Cadillac or a Rolls Royce some shit, and right next door, the people that's donating this 10 percentile to you and your lavish lifestyle, or on food stamps, on welfare, and kids barely got clothes on their feet. I don't want that type of church in my community. I ain't too much a religious man and all stuff right here, but I don't want to see that. I don't want that in my community. I want to see community houses open, have get-togethers, have block barbecues, get to know your neighbors, know your neighbors well. You know what I mean? An economic base allows for us to do that. But because again, we spend $1 trillion as fast as we get it, we don't allow ourselves to have that. We don't allow ourselves to have that. So, you know, I'll close out like that. I don't want to keep it on your brains and all stuff right here, but it's not over, man. Hopefully this next generation we have is coming up. Listen and heed these words. Listen, heed these words. Bank your money. Start your own banks, people. Start your own banks. And I tell you, it's a whole new world that'll open up for you. Stop asking for them to accept you. They don't want you. They don't care about you. They only entertain you because it's a part of the Constitution they have to. That's it. All right, I appreciate everybody tuning in to the show tonight, man. Like I said, it's been a great show and all this good stuff right here. Hope to catch y'all again next week. Hope y'all enjoying the HD video broadcast. As always, walk as one. Peace. We out this biatch.
Get your
likely to succeed. Least likely to succeed.